Hi, it's Jane with Scraptasticyarns, and this week we're going to have some that are sliced together again. Do have a couple of finished items though. Yay! I made those other hats for my husband's friend, and of course husband had to have a hat too. So I made him a hat as well. And this is with the other backgammon. As you can see, this one starts out with the gray, turns into this purplish blue, and then the reddish, and the darker blue. So that's husband's hat. Now let's remind you, Nan's Next Knots. These were my colors for that Afghan, and I used basically the same colors with the exception of my main color. That was the only difference. One was cream, one was black. They're both finished. Finally caught up. Now this is a really nice big Afghan. It's very long. Goes down, 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 down. I haven't measured the length, but it's probably about 6 feet, maybe 5.5. But that is ready to go for prayer shawl, and that will go this week. This week is prayer shawl. Prayer shawl is always the first Wednesday of the month. So that's this week. And then here is the one, just changed the order and did a cream. And this is the cream. Nice little lap size lapgan. And I really like this pattern. It's very simple. It's very easy to do. On the other one, I added double crochet rows around it and then finished off with a half double crochet. This one, I just did half double crochet all the way around and called it done. And I'll tell you why I'm calling it done. You know, sometimes we volunteer ourselves out to do some things, and then we realize we've overestimated what we can do. Yeah, that's probably me. Y'all don't do that, right? You don't, right? Okay, it's just me. So, you know, I told you that when we do the meadows, the kids at the psychiatric unit, we like to include some things, and this year we decided that we would use some stress balls. I mean, they're real quick and simple to make, right? Well, guess who got volunteered? The person who mentioned it. So I'll be making some stress balls, but I have a couple of months. I think I can do 30 and between now and I think it's about December the 15th. Now, as you know, we are doing red, white, and blue Afghans for the veterans that we will be handing out. And I started one in corner to corner. Started out with the red, the white, the blue, and going back on down, decreasing now. And this is a good lap size, will be when it's finished. So, and I don't know if I'm going to go around the edges and put an edging around it. Basically, I'll just wait and see what I have left. But that is the only thing that is left on my plate to do this week, with the exception of catch up with the birthstone mal. And that should be fairly easy. I mean, you got 2 colors. Yeah. It'll be easy peasy, right? I can get it done really quickly. And that is it for this episode of Scraptasticyarns. I'm going to put all the other clips in, add them up. You're going to see the other hats that I had finished for his friend. I'll put those in here. And I am going to show you the hats again that I've made. And the reason I'm going to show them again is because I wanted to document them. They're finished. They're ready to go off to the person they're meant to be. Of course, this is the Bush Tracker beanie, the crocheted version that was put out by Crystal back a day, crochet. And, you know, even when I do hers using the hook size, she says, yarn size, she says, they're humongous on my head. But that's okay. This guy has a larger head. It'll fit. My husband's already tried them on. And then here is the Ross beanie. That one wasn't finished. The one that I did finish, though, just recently is the Bush Tracker beanie. And this was done in backgammon. This is it completely. And I will tell you, there is a mistake right here. I never got past up into the 15, size 15 needles. But my husband tried it on. It fits fine. So it's going to fit just perfectly fine, of course. Now the husband wants one too. So I'll be getting him one. That's basically it for this portion. Other than I did stop at Walmart. And they had a couple of little fat quarters. I love having these fat quarters. You can never go wrong with stars in any color. Stars are a big seller everywhere you go, no matter what you do, for either making just general bags, small zip pouches, you know, for mad money to slip in your pocket when you're going to fairs, those kind of thing, credit card, you know, real simple things. Stars are a big seller, always. Doesn't matter. Seems like they're always a big seller. Alright, that's it for this portion of this video. It's going to be mixed in with some others for the regular Tuesday podcast, so don't be surprised when Tuesday I have 6 different outfits on. I've found that with chemo week that works best for me. Alright, I'll see you guys again soon. Bye. And then of course there is the WIT incarnation, and I will have that on the very end, and that should be it. You know what time it is. WIT incarnation. And boy, do I have a couple of stories for you. Do you remember the Office episode where Michael drives into the lake because his GPS told him to take a right? Dwight told him not to, but he blindly listened to the robotic voice and plopped his car in the lake. Do you remember that? That was fiction, but this is not. Sadly, this also has nothing to do to aid the reputation of Iowans as bad drivers. The construction crews tried to stop this lady. I'm sure this woman is sufficiently embarrassed, but she deserves to be. According to a KCCI story, 37-year-old female driver ignored road closure barriers on Martin Luther King Drive in Fort Dodge and drove right into a fresh, wet patch of concrete where her car became stuck. The Fort Dodge Police Department says a woman told them she was just following her GPS. Do you think her GPS told her to drive around a couple of barriers into a work zone? Probably not. I also highly doubt it told her to go then right into the wet concrete. But you never know. According to the report, crews attempted to stop the GPS following woman, but it was to no avail. The city took to Facebook to remind people to pay attention. Look, it's summer, also known as roadwork season, in just about every state in the United States. It sucks. No one likes construction projects. No, because they slow us down. We got to get where we're going. Plus, I don't know about you, but every time I drive by them, there's maybe 2 guys working and 6 walking around with a coffee cup. But they're necessary, usually is what they tell us, and unavoidable. Hence, you need to respect them or you'll go mad, or drive into a wet concrete that was supposed to be patching a lousy stretch of road. And let me tell you, concrete roads are the worst ever. Ever. When you're riding on them, you're constantly driving along and you hear ka-thump, 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 ka-thump. It's awful. I don't know why they don't use asphalt. Asphalt's easier to replace, less hard on the environment. So anyway, this young lady needed to be reminded not to be so stupid when they drive. Needless to say, most commenters were poking fun at the driver, since no one except the car and some pride was hurt. I guess there's nothing wrong with that. Drive safe and be mindful. Your GPS may be trying to kill you or severely embarrass you. There is another thing that a lot of people say. It pays to be aware of your circumstances and your surroundings. That's all I'm saying. Bear enters Colorado home through open window and eats cat food. Wildlife officials in Colorado said a bear climbed into a home through an open window and left after feasting on cat food it found inside. Colorado Parks and Wildlife said the bear climbed in through a window at the home in Gun Barrel, Boulder County, and feasted on the cat food it found inside. Officials said that the bear finished its meal and left through the same window. There were residents home at the time of the burglary. But no injuries were reported. You hear about that a lot more in mountain towns than where many homes or cabins don't have air conditioning. This is true. CPW spokesman Jason Clay told KCNC-TV, bears can go through windows very easily. Bears can open your front door easily, depending on the type of door handle you have. Clay said bear sightings have been on the rise lately in Gun Barrel. Gun Barrel is getting out a little bit on that edge, where maybe residents don't expect that. Now that they know there are bears in the area, it's time to take proper precautions, he said. The department recommends residents in areas frequented by bears make an effort to bear-proof their homes. Keep all bear-accessible windows and doors closed and locked, including home, garage, and vehicle doors. Bears, burglary. Chinese Police Academy auctioning off dogs too friendly for law enforcement. And what surprises me is the type of dogs that they are auctioning off. A police academy in China announced it is holding an auction to find new homes for 54 dogs who flunked out of the program by being too gentle for a career in law enforcement. You can't have that. The Criminal Investigation Police University of China in northeastern Liaoning province announced the dogs, primarily German Shepherds, Dutch Shepherd hybrids, and Belgian Malinois, will be auctioned July the 7th. The school said the canines were rejected from the police dog training program for reasons including timid personalities, physical weakness or frailty, failure to follow instructions, or refusing to bite when prompted. Each dog starts at about $30, with bids increasing by $7.70 until the auction ends. The school said buyers must sign an agreement to follow government regulations for the proper care of the canines, which the new owners will be prohibited from selling, reselling, or otherwise rehoming. Now, I'm sure this next story, this woman was rather surprised by what she found. Atlanta woman wakes to find African serval on her bed. Authorities in Georgia said they are trying to locate a loose African serval after the large cat woke a sleeping woman by jumping onto her bed. I love kitties, but that would be scary. Christine Frank said she was asleep in her home in the historic Brookhaven neighborhood of Atlanta about 6:45 a.m. Wednesday, when she awakened by an unusual presence in her bed. I felt something jump on my bed and I opened my eyes, and it was a large cat on my bed, Frank told the neighbor newspaper. Servals are pretty big animals. Frank said her husband David had let the dog outside a short time earlier and had left the door open so the canine could come back inside when it was ready. Frank barricaded the large cat in the bedroom and went around the outside of the house to open a door that leads from the bedroom to the outdoors. He said the serval hissed at him as it exited the home. Well, that cat was gonna sleep on that nice, lovely bed. Sure it would hiss at you. The Georgia Department of Natural Resources said there have been three reported sightings of a serval on the loose in the area in recent days. It's difficult in an urban situation like this because there are so many places to hide, but we think it's staying in a relatively small area of the neighborhood, DNR Lieutenant Wayne Hubbard told WGCL-TV. Servals are wild cats native to Africa. They are legal to keep as exotic pets in Georgia, but owners are required to obtain permits for the animals. The DNR said the serval is believed to have been kept as an illegal pet, which is probably why the owner has not come forward, because serval cats in the United States are pretty expensive. Just saying. You know, you go to church, you're having a good time at church, and do you expect unexpected visitors? Sure, but you expect them to be human, right? Alligator visits Florida church, is greeted by pastor. An alligator paid a visit to a church in Florida where it was greeted by parishioners, and the pastor offered it its business card. Photos and a video captured at Victory Church in Lehigh Acres show the small gator wandering the grounds of the house of worship, approaching the door at one point. Daniel Gregory, the church's lead pastor, took video while he approached the reptile and offered it a business card. We have services at 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. Sunday mornings, Gregory says in the video. Want to check us out? Gregory said he saw the unusual visit as an opportunity to have fun. He came to our church. I don't know what his spiritual condition is. Gregory told WBBH, I need to invite this gator to church. Gregory said the gator wandered away to a storm drain when he attempted to baptize it. The Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission said others should not attempt to get as close to alligators as Gregory does in the video. We certainly encourage the viewing aspect of it, but we never want you to approach a wild animal like that. It can be very dangerous. There's no reason to take a chance, says FWC officer Adam Brown. Now this next video, I saw the video first on YouTube. And in YouTube, it just shows the woman tackling the deer. But the deer is crying out. And as the deer was crying out, I was thinking, yep, Those are the same sounds I make when I go to Walmart. And there are lines that go all the way down the aisles. Walmart employee tackles deer inside store. A deer wandered into a Walmart store in Wisconsin and was subsequently tackled and ejected from the business by an employee. A video captured by a witness at the Walmart store in Baraboo shows an employee pinning the deer to the floor after tackling the wild animal inside the store. Witnesses said other employees opened the back doors of the store and were able to guide the deer back outside. The animal did not appear to be injured and was last seen running away from the store. She is one brave woman, because a deer is no little deer. Let's just put it that way. And I don't know if you know, but deers kick pretty hard, so kudos to her. 2 kittens rescued from engine compartment of a car in Florida. These kittens are so cute. Firefighters in Florida were called out to a parking lot when a family heard meowing coming from the engine compartment of their vehicle and discovered 2 kittens were hiding inside. The Cape Coral Fire Department said in a Facebook post, the family heard meowing coming from under the hood of their vehicle, so they pulled over at the Lowe's in Pine Island and investigated. The family was able to get 1 kitten out from the engine compartment, but called the fire department for help when they were unable to reach the second feline. The Engine 5 crew was able to safely extract the other kitten. The family was unable to adopt the kittens since they had already rescued 2 from another Lowe's last year, said the fire department. The kittens were taken to Lee County Domestic Animal Services. They will be put up for adoption if anyone is interested in having 2 kittens who love adventure, joyriding, and firefighters join their family, the post said. Oh, they're so cute. And you know what I find amazing? Is they were actually driving the car when they heard the meowing. Now, a lot of cats get killed by the fan belts that are in the cars, so apparently these kittens were very lucky. Alright, that is it for What in Tarnation. I will see you again soon. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. And I want to thank all the new subscribers and all the old subscribers for sticking with me for so long. And let's see. Have y'all heard about that hashtag Christmas in July fairies? I'm going to put the link down to the official playlist that is on Dana Wonderlust Crochet's channel. I decided not to run a playlist for it because it was so many playlists. Figured the official is the one that you need to go with. And if you've not heard about it, what? Are you living under a rock? This is a chance for all of us podcasters to give back to our subscribers in a way. Now this year, the one thing that I did different is I didn't say you had to be a subscriber. However, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe. I mean, if you don't, then you're going to have to go to the playlist. Go to all those channels you signed up under while you were doing your fairy hunting and find out if you're a winner. The easiest way to do that is to, of course, give a thumbs up, subscribe, and of course hit the bell. Once you hit that bell over there on this side, I think it is, maybe it's this side, but it's the red bell. Maybe it's silver now. I don't remember. Memory goes when you get old. So, if you're subscribed, you should be getting notifications of when everybody is announcing their winners And that way you won't have to go back to the playlist and find out if you were a winner, because it's not our responsibility to contact you. It is your responsibility to contact the channels and let them know if you are the winner when those are called out, so that you can get your information to them so they can get you into the final list giveaway, which happens on July the 25th. I mean, what a great day. I know our church, because we've not had Christmas this year because of COVID, we're having Christmas in July. We're having the whole thing. We're wearing our Christmas colors, we're singing Christmas songs, and we're having a big old feast that day. So I hope you guys are going to have a little fun with Christmas in July. I know we are in our part of the neck of the woods. So yeah, make sure that you are subscribed. That's the easiest way to find out if you're a winner. I hope you like and enjoy the new channels. I found a few new channels too to watch, so I'm thrilled about that. Alright, the only other thing that I am going to add on the very end is a holy moment. And here's that holy moment. As you know, Thomas has been going through chemo, and every once in a while they do CAT scans to see how things are going. The holy moment this week was getting the results of his chest, one of his CAT scans of his chest where the tumors were. The tumor has resolved, and that's good news. And that, my friends, is what we consider a holy moment. Alright, everybody, have a great week. I'll see you again soon. And remember, be kind to one another. Love one another.